Something that has really set me free from my own limiting beliefs and lean more into freedom, happiness, and love is a book called The 4 Agreements. And I want to go over these 4 agreements. They're principles that help you on your journey to freedom. And then I want to tie that into Alma 59. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Being impeccable with your word looks like not gossiping, saying what you mean, following through, actions aligning with words, and being careful what you say to yourself. Your word is your wand. What you say is what you create. The word abracadabra means as I speak, I create. Our mind is a very powerful thing, and our mind is keeping track of what we say. Our mind recognizes patterns, so our brain is keeping track of if our actions align with our words, and that's how we gain trust with ourselves, and that's how we also gain trust with others. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. What others do is a reflection on their reality of what's going on in their head. It is not a personal attack, and what others do has nothing to do with your worth. If other people let you down, that's their character, not yours. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. Making assumptions can create drama even before it even happens. When we create a story in our head, we're creating our own personal turmoil. And sometimes our assumptions, if spoken out loud, can turn into gossip. Have the courage to ask questions, to get clarity, instead of whirlwinding in your own head or gossiping to others about what you think is going on. To get clarity, go to the source and ask the right questions. I also find giving people the benefit of the doubt also reduces inner turmoil and drama. And the fourth agreement, always do your best. When you do your best, it leads to less self-judgment and less regret. We can reduce our suffering when we put our best foot forward, but it is not requisite that we run faster than we have strength. God only requires what we have to give, and only God truly knows what our best is. Our best changes from moment to moment, so remember to give yourself grace. And how this ties into Alma 59 is Moroni needs reinforcement for his armies. He sends an epistle to Pahoran asking for reinforcement for his armies, and he gets radio silence. He is furious because they ended up losing against the Lamanites, and the Lamanites reclaimed the city of Nephihah. Moroni is very angry and assuming a lot. He's assuming that Pahoran doesn't care or is being negligent or has turned wicked. And we find out in the next chapter that none of those things are true. It makes sense why Moroni is frustrated, because people were slain, the city was overtaken, they lost a war. There was definitely a place for frustration and anger, but his assumptions were pointing the finger at the wrong person. So let's remember these 4 agreements when we're dealing with conflict, when we're talking to ourselves. This will lead to more peace, more freedom, and more love in our lives.